job, batch, and service costing. These topics are not highly important for the exams, but still you cannot ignore the these topics for the exams. You can expect at least 2 plus 2 plus 2, minimum 6 marks from these three topics, or maybe maximum 8. Which of the following costing method is most likely to be used by a company involved in the manufacture of liquid soap? If a company is producing a liquid soap, now there are two aspects which needs to be considered. Number one, liquid soap is the one which is made in more than one processes. Company is producing liquid soap not only in one process, company is producing in more than one processes. So we can say that process costing is relevant here. But another aspect which we need to consider, that if are talking about liquid soap, it is an item which is not produced as one unit. It is an item which is produced in batches, or company is using batch costing for this product. So we can say that for such type of products, company is following batch costing and process costing both. Now, how to decide which one is appropriate? Where you know that there are two costing systems, or there are two systems which we are using in a manufacturing organization, then you will choose process costing always, not the batch costing, because we are producing in batches along with the process costing. Service costing is not appropriate here because it is used in service organizations, for example, hospital, hotel, like transport company, airline, university, college, and job costing is the one which is relevant in a situation where we are performing a job, or where we are performing any activity for a specific customer. So process costing is correct here. Next one is, a company calculates the price of job by adding overheads to the prime cost, and adding 30% to the total cost as markup. Job number Y256, it is a job number. It is not any value which needs to be calculated. Sold for 1690, incurred overheads of 694. What was the prime cost of for the job? Now this is a tricky question. In fact, it is a question which is asked in reversal. How? That whenever you are starting job cost card, you start from direct material, then direct labor, then direct expense. And some of these cost is called what? Prime cost. And prime cost is X here. Prime cost is not provided. We need to determine the prime cost. Now what else? Add overheads. Overheads are 694. Sum is total cost. To calculate this total cost, we don't know what is the total cost. To calculate this total cost, we added profit of 30%. So we have 1690. 1690. This is the contract price. Now we will do working in reversal. It is 30% markup. It means contract price is showing 130%. 100% is the total cost. 30% is the markup. So the total contract price is 130%. Now what will we do? We will calculate first of all our total cost. That what is the total cost? So or we can calculate profit, but we can also calculate total cost directly. How? We will calculate 100% out of this 130%. So 1690 is the contract price, which is representing 130%. We need 100 out of this 130. So any one of you can calculate this amount. 1690 divided by 130 or 1.3 directly. 1300 is the total cost. Now we have total cost of 1300. So now I can erase this X, and here we have total cost of 1300. Out of this 1300 we have overheads of 694. So how to calculate variable prime cost? When you know that out of this 1300, 694 is the prime cost, then you will deduct this overheads from the total cost, and the balancing amount is what? Balancing amount of $606 is prime cost. So the answer is $606. Right, everyone? Any question? Okay. Next one is a company operates a job costing system. The estimated cost for the job are as follows. Job number is 153. First of all, read the requirement. What is the total cost for the job? So we are required to calculate the total cost. It means what? It means we will add all the costs which are relevant to the job. Starting from the first one, where direct material is 5 meter at $100. So at $20. So 5 into 20, 100. Then 14 into 8, 14 into 8 is 112. Then we have variable production overheads are recovered at a rate of $3 per direct labor hour. And direct labor hours are 14. It will remain the same for variable overheads and as well as for fixed overheads. So 3 into 14, 42. Here we will add all the variable costs, and this is called total prime cost. 112 plus 42 plus 100, 254 is the total prime cost. Then fixed overheads for the year are budgeted to be $200,000 and are to be recovered on the basis of total of 40,000 direct labor hours for the year. So first of all, we will calculate OAR per hour is equal to $200,000 divided by 40,000 is equal to $5 per hour. So add fixed overheads 5 into 14 hours because hours will remain unchanged. So add 70. So now we have what? We have total production cost. It is 324. Other overheads in relation to selling, distribution, administration are recovered at the rate of $80 per job. So add other overheads $80. So the total is what? Total is 404. So the total cost for the job is 404. Anyone? Any question? Okay. Now we will do the next question. The firm makes special assemblies to customer orders and use job costing, opening work in progress, material added, labor for the period. The budgeted overheads for the period are 126,000. Job number BB15 completed on the last day of the period. What overhead should be added? Only overhead should be added to the job CC20 for the period. Now we are not provided with the labor hours. We are only provided with the opening work in progress, material added and labor for the period. And overheads are provided in total. So what to do in this situation when you are not provided with the labor hours? In this situation, usually question is clear and question usually clearly communicates the students that to use labor cost as apportionment basis or recover fixed production overheads on the basis of labor cost. But if question is silent, still we know that when labor hours are not provided, all the overheads are recovered on the basis of labor cost. So add all these labor costs, 14,500 plus 3,500. So the sum is 42,600. Overheads are 126,000. So first of all, we will calculate OAR per $1 is equal to 126,000 divided by 42,600. 2.957746 is OAR per $1. 2.957746. So how to calculate overheads for C20? OAR is 2.957740 into labor cost for the period $24,600. This time labor hours is treated as what? Labor hour is treated as, sorry, labor cost is treated as labor hours because labor hours are not provided. So we will multiply it with the 24,600. Answer is 72,760. There is only one technical point in the question, and what is that point? That is use of labor cost as absorption basis. Why? Because labor hours are not provided in the question. Next one is, what is the approximate value of closing work in progress at the end of the period? He says that job BB15 was completed on the last day. So this job is completed, but this one is incomplete and this one is also incomplete. So we need to calculate total cost of closing work in progress for these two jobs. So first of all, we will solve AA10, opening work in progress 26,800 Material 17,275. Closing work in progress is basically total cost that we are required to calculate the total cost for both the jobs. Next one is labor 14,500, and next one is overheads where 2.957740 multiplied by labor cost of 14,500. So 2.957740 into 14,500. So 42,887. So add up all these costs. 101,462. Similarly, we will calculate total cost of CC20. It has no opening work in progress. Material cost is 18,500. 24,600 is the labor cost, and we have already calculated overheads for the CC20. So 24,600 plus 72,760 plus 18,500 115,860. So 101,462 plus 115,860. So 101,462. So the nearest answer is 217,322. So there is a $1 difference. This one is the right answer. Right, everyone? Any question? Whenever he asks you to calculate the total cost or he asks you to calculate the value of work in progress, both have one and the same meaning. It means calculate the total cost. Next one is the following items used in the costing batches. Now, which one of the items are used? We always use actual material cost, we use actual labor cost, and we always use absorbed manufacturing overheads. So 1, 3, and 4 is the right answer. Next one is which of the following would be appropriate cost unit for a passenger coach company? This question relates to service costing. So which one is appropriate for the passenger company? Vehicle cost per passenger per kilometer is the appropriate one. Fuel cost for each vehicle per kilometer, it is also the relevant one. Fixed cost per kilometer is not the relevant one. Because when you are calculating vehicle cost per passenger per kilometer, or you are calculating fuel cost for each vehicle per kilometer, both have recovered or already included fixed cost, so there will be no separate inclusion of fixed cost. 1 and 2 are the right answers. Next one is the following information is available for a hotel company for the latest 3rd day period. Number of rooms available per night 40. Occupancy achieved is 65%. So out of 40, 65% rooms are occupied. So what would be the answer? 65% of 40. 40 into 0.65. 26. Then he says the room servicing cost incurred 3900, and here he says that 30-day period. So 26 into 30, total occupancy is 780, and the servicing cost is 3900. What was the room servicing cost per occupied room night last period? So $3,900 divided by 780. $5 is the answer. Next one is Annie set up a small hairdressing business at home. She anticipates working a 35-hour week and taking 4-week holiday per year. Her expenses for material and overheads are expected to be $3,000 per year, and she set herself a target profit of 18,000 for the first year. Assume that 90% of her working time will be chargeable to clients. What price should she charge to color and cut, which take 3 hours? Okay, so there are 35-hour week and 4 weeks are holiday. So first of all, we need to determine working weeks. Out of 52, 4 will be off. 48 weeks are the working weeks. Now total hours is equal to 48 into 35, 1680 hours are the total hours. Now he says that productive will be 90%. So productive hours is equal to 1680 into 0.90, 1512. Now he says that what would be the cost for a 3-hour cut. Next is to calculate per hour cost is equal to material cost plus targeted profit. This is the total revenue which we want to earn out of 15-12 hours. So the answer for per hour cost will be 13.89. Now he says that what is the 3-hour cost? Now we are solving the answer 13.89 into 3. So now you can understand that we performed step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4, and finally in step number 5 we are calculating the answer, which is 41.67. Right? Anyone? Any question? Okay. Next one is which of the following are likely to use service costing? A college, a hotel, a plumber. All three are the services, so everyone will use the service costing. Next one is which of the following would be considered as service industry? All three, because airline is a service industry, railway is a service industry, and firm of accountants is a service industry. All three. The information relates to management, a consultancy organization. Salary cost per hour for the senior consultant is 40. For the junior is 25. OAR is 20. Organization add 40% to the total cost to arrive at the final fee to be charged to a client. Assignment number 789 took 54 hours for a senior consultant and 110 hours of the junior consultant. What would be the final fee of the assignment number 789? So first of all, multiply senior consultant fee 40 with the hours 54. So 40 into 54 is equal to 2160. Then 25 into 110, 25 into 110 is equal to 2750. For overhead, we will add both the hours, 54 plus 110. So total hours are 164 and multiply it with the $20, 3280. Add up all these costs, total cost, add once again. These costs are 8190. Then we will add profit 40%, 3276. So the price is 11,466. A company operates a job costing system. Job number 1012 requires $45 of material, $30 of direct labor. Direct labor is paid at a rate of 7.5 per hour. Production overheads are absorbed at a rate of 12.5 per direct labor hour, and non-production overheads are absorbed at a rate of 60% of the prime cost. What is the total cost of job number 1210? Direct material 45, direct labor 30. Production overheads are absorbed at a rate of 12.5 per hour, and we are not provided with the hours, but we can calculate hours. Direct labor cost is 30 and direct labor rate per hour is 7.5. So 30 is divided by 7.5. We have what? 4 hours. So to calculate fixed overheads, 4 is multiplied by OAR of 12.5. It is 50. Then non-production overheads, 60% of the prime cost. Prime cost is 75. So 75 into 60, it is 45. So add all these three costs, you will get the answer 170. 170 is the total cost. Anyone, any question? Last year, Brian Air carried excess baggage to 50,000 kgs over a distance of 7,500 kilometers at a cost of 3,750,000 for the extra fuel. What is the cost per kg per kilometer? 250,000 kgs into 7,500 kilometers. So what is the total sum? It is 1 million. Sorry, not the 1 million. It is too much. 1875, 1875 million. And now you will calculate cost per kilometer, sorry, cost per kg per kilometer, kgs, kilometers. So the total cost of 3,750,000 divided by 1875 million. So the total answer is, or per kg per kilometer answer is 0.002. Next one is, okay, what is the next one? A truck delivered sand to two customers in a week. The following details are available. Customer XY, weight of goods deliveries 500 and 180, distance is this. So the total sum is, for each item is provided. The truck cost 3060 to operate in a week. Each customer delivery was carried out separately and the truck made no other deliveries in the week. What is the cost per kg per kilometer two of sand deliveries in the week? So you should multiply your weight with the distance, 680 into 1400, and calculate what would be the answer. You can multiply separately, but the answer will be same. So you can multiply. Okay. If we multiply it in this way, 500 into 200, what would be the answer? 100,000. And if we multiply 180 with the 1200, sorry, we will multiply separately because these values are different. So 180 into 1200, it is 216,000. So the sum is 316,000. Why did I calculate separately? Because 500 and 180, there are two different values. If we have 500 here, 500 here, then we can say that 500 is multiplied by 1400 or 1000 is multiplied by this. But here we will calculate separately. So 3060 divided by 316,000. Answer will be 0.0101. Anyone, any question?